Okay, Mr. Atul, I assume you have heard what our technical expert was saying. The stock is doing well, but I wanted to begin before the results with, the news at hand. First of all, of course, welcome. Good morning. Thank you for joining
Thank you
us.
so much.
This
Good morning.
import duty cut on mobile components to 10% from 15%. What do you make of that? Is this going to be a big bonanza for you? How much? How much does it improve margins, revenues, and bottom line?
So undoubtedly, it's an amazingly positive news for the industry. There has been industry's request, and this is a big gift the finance ministry has given us before the budget. In fact, we were asking for component duty cuts, which has happened. We were asking for certain clarifications on certain components, which has been done. And beyond mobile, also there were certain exemption notifications on which there was certain element of doubt. Those have been extended. So these are extremely positive things. Now, in our case, we will be passing on these duty cuts to our customer. We are B2B company. Hopefully, this is going to give a significant flip to the demand side, because let's see how the brands react to it. But undoubtedly, it's a very, very major positive for us.
From a, Mr. Lall, hi, morning, Prashant here. From a policy perspective, and since it's the budget today as well, has everything that needs to be done been done now, or is there anything which you seek from policy and from the government?
So undoubtedly, Prashant, on the policy intervention side, the government has rationalized the tariff structures. They announced a phased manufacturing program. The PLI schemes have been rolled out. The semiconductor policy has been rolled out. In various products, the manufacturing is taking place. So it's a no-brainer. The devices being sold in India are going to be manufactured in India now. The policy framework is well in place. And not only for the products being sold in India, in various categories, India is emerging as a hub for servicing the global markets. Our request for the government now is that we need to deepen this manufacturing. We need to create more value addition. For that, a package is required for also non-semiconductor components. And that is not only for servicing domestic production of electronic goods, it's also going to make India a part of GVC. So the government has been extremely positive in their response. We're working with the government. Let's see how it pans out. But that's our ask.
Mr. Lall, good morning. I also want to talk a little bit about your earnings. One word on that. Very strong numbers this quarter, around almost 100% growth in your top line, right, year on year. Tell us a little bit about what the next couple of quarters look like. The mobile EMS division has done very well. Is that the growth engine for you? And what would the average growth be by the end of FY24 and 25?
And if I can add, sir, if you can give precise numbers, how much does mobile contribute and how much does this fallen component cost help in the next earnings?
So the contribution of mobile to our overall revenue is going to be more than 50%. And it's going to be the largest trigger of growth. I don't want to give a number because we are still going through a budgeting exercise. But let me assure all the stakeholders, the growth rate is going to be very, very strong because the order book is very strong. We target producing almost 35 to 40% of the outsourcing phones that are manufactured in India. That's the aspiration. And we have an order book and direction towards that. Specifically on this component duty reduction, we will not retain this duty reduction in our books. We want to pass it on completely to our customers. But we feel that it's going to help us in growing the volumes.
Mr. Lall, I just want to ask you one thing. I'm not sure if you saw this note. Goldman Sachs, a broker, put out a note recently, and they raised this one concern. They said that their view, the Dixon's ability to win contracts in non-mobile businesses on the IT side, etc., is not very well demonstrated. Just a very brief response. How would you like to kind of respond to that?
You see, we are the beneficiary for IT PLI too. We have already won a couple of large contracts with largest of global brands for notebooks and tablets. And the lines are being set up. We are targeting to start production in August, September. Discussions are on with a couple of other large global brands. We feel fairly confident that our order book is going to be healthy. But any business to ramp up and reach the similar kind of growth that we have shown in, let's say, a domain like mobile, it takes some time. In our other vertical, in telecom devices, wherein we have a JV with Bharti Group, again, for the broadband CP devices, we have an extremely good order book from the largest of mobile services operators. So order book, please be rest assured, is very, very healthy.
Okay. Mr. Lall, we are actually brimming with questions, but out of time. Thank you very much, and we'll take a rain check from you and ask you for more on your company and the sector on another day. Thank you very much indeed for joining us.